I had y'all DVDs because I love the way y'all stories were told.
Did you ever VHS?
Actually did. I have both of the VHS.
That's right.
Exactly. I bought it from Sam Goody. I don't know if y'all remember that.
The fact that I got to play June Byers while I was a current NWA Women's Champion.
Love everything about it. I love that it's out in the major motion picture. You got Mildred Burke's story, which is super important. She was the pioneer for female wrestling.
I was able to fulfill a couple of fantasies, but while filming, there was a ring always there. I got in. I think I want to be a lucha libre though.
No, baby, that's for somebody else. We're just gonna keep you right where you're at right now.
It doesn't matter what you think.
The Wrestling Realm presents Break It Down with Brian H.
Now, seeing where women's wrestling is being portrayed in a feature film, what does this mean for y'all personally?
It's everything we could have wanted back in the day. The exposure, the love, and it's funny because you called us pioneers, but truly, Mildred Burke and that whole era, that is the pioneer. So to bring some attention to that, it's amazing.
Yeah, what a time for this movie to come out to highlight not only the true pioneers, Mildred Burke, but then to see what the women are currently doing, including this one. The current roster, is just totally killing it. So it's like melding both the current and the past at this time is perfection.
One thing you want people to take away from this movie?
I think just it's the messaging behind it. It's like when I see a little girl that says, I want to be like you when I grow up. And it's not to be a wrestler. It's to be a female making in a male-dominated world. It's someone who's following their passions and pushing through and refusing to take no. And I think, obviously, we know we haven't seen the film, but we know that's what they went through. We went through it as well. And so I'm sure that's the message behind it. And that's, something that you can apply in any walk of life.
Yeah, it's just that not taking no for an answer, and just because you don't see the spot that you want available, that you can create that.
Thank you.
What's the biggest takeaway that you have? You have a star-studded career. You've done it all. So adding this to your resume, what does that mean to you?
It was very exciting for me. The fact that I got to play June Byers while I was a current NWA Women's Champion. I just thought it was the coolest thing. I was so excited that, we have a star-studded cast, and to know that people are going to come, wrestling fans, but also the fans of these amazing actors and actresses, just to be able to watch the movie. And so I'm excited for all sorts of people to get an eye on wrestling and maybe open them up to enjoy the sport even more.
All right, Damaris, thank you for coming out today. Can you talk about what it means to do a red carpet for this? You talked about what the movie is, how it inspires you, but can you just talk about what it means to see the turnout tonight?
Red carpets are glamorous, but they are a testament to all the work that had to go into making a film. The amount of people who you don't see, from the editors to sound to the people who were doing costumes to crafty to the person holding the mic. There's so many people who were a part of this in order to get to this red carpet. So when I see red carpets, that's who I think of.
My importance to me that helped me keep this business straight in my head is I did not sell my integrity. My integrity was not for sale. And it's you can get wrapped up and stuff like that, right? And that's the message I want to give to the little girls and the guys and in this business. And keep your ground. When they tell you no, respectfully find another way against that brick wall, right? And oh my God, and it'll come to you. I promise. It will come to you. Now, I've had a lot of adversities being a woman that I just didn't take the word no at all. And I found a way. Now, if that means making a difference and, paving the way for other people, that's exactly what I did. And look at where we're at today. Fast forward in this film, Queen of the Ring. And the name of my book is The Woman Who Would Be King. From a king to a queen, baby. Here we are. Realistically, they did a great job. From the director to the cast, it was freaking amazing. I am excited toward the future, and I hope they open up more to more movies and more films and shows and series and whatnot for the future. I think there's a lot, because each individual's got a story.
Who plays you?
That, who knows? Because every year everyone ages and changes, and they'll call a role or whatever. But I'll tell you what, who's really... It would be a great role is the one that was in this movie, the blonde. I can't blank. Oh my God, her father. Oh my gosh. I'm like, oh my God, I'll get back to that. I'm trying to remember all the names. I can't remember all the names. But anyway, yeah, I'm sure there's several out there that could, yes.
All right, so one of my questions is, you being a Spice Ranger, if they were to cast you in a movie as one of the Power Rangers, which one would you choose?
The Pink Ranger, of course. She was my favorite growing up. So that was actually my inspiration, the Spice Ranger, the Spice Girls and Power Rangers.
All right, let's dig deeper. Mighty Morphin?
Mighty Morphin, of course.
All right, there we go. And real quick, I know it's a busy day, busy time, but what's been your biggest inspiration from the movie Queen of the Ring?
I love everything about it. I love that it's out in the major motion picture. You got Mildred Burke's story, which is super important. She was the pioneer for female wrestling, and just I love all the history behind it, and I love that. I can't wait to see her story and everything, and how she inspired, for me being a female wrestler and the generations before and now, and to continue. It's going to be awesome to watch.
Thank you for your time. Good luck with the rest of your career.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, I'm here, ladies and gentlemen, with Tyler Posey. Tyler, you played the role of George William G. Bill Wolfe. Talk about it. What did you learn as far as the wrestling business when you played this role?
Yeah, I learned that the wrestling business has a lot of shady stuff behind it. It's like the mafia kind of. And it's badass, these people work really, really, really hard to get going, and I got to take a couple of bumps in the ring, and I got chopped also by Kailey right here. I had a welt on my chest that was, these people are amazing athletes, and there's a lot of theater that goes into it. It's an art piece, so I learned a lot about this business.
Is there any part of you that got the bug to get in the ring?
Oh man, I was a big fan of WWE when I was a kid, or WWF at the time when I was a kid. I always wanted to get in the ring. I was able to fulfill a couple of fantasies, but while filming, there was a ring always there. I got in. I think I want to be a lucha libre though. Wear a little mask, embrace my Mexican roots. I'm sorry?
Have you been following lately?
Well, I saw that Cena is a heel now.
What you think about it?
I mean, dude, I think everybody has an arc, and everybody deserves to have an arc, and it's really interesting, and it's a big creative element to the whole entire thing. I'm happy to see it, I think it's cool, People want to see the good guy become the bad guy.
You have been such a pioneer, and I don't think you get your flowers enough for all that you've done. I've had the pleasure of working with you for a couple of years, and I watched how
the boy was just the boy, not the boy diva yet.
Yeah. But you always had some goals. So what goal are you walking around with now?
Well, I am the undefeated Matter Pride champion. March this year will be 6 years undefeated. I've taken the title to Paris, to South Korea, and soon Japan and Thailand as well. So I'm just a reigning and defending, hard-hitting drag queen who will blow the competition away.
This show wasn't born for the weak.